So are you guys tired of New Balance 1906s? Well, New Balance doesn't think so, because in this video, I'm going to be reviewing another New Balance 1906. This one here is a triple collaboration between New Balance, Invincible, and N.Hoolywood. So let's get into it and let's talk about these. So in this collaboration, New Balance linked up with Invincible, which is a retailer from Taiwan, and N.Hoolywood, who is also a retailer, but from Japan. I was able to pick these up through the official raffle from Invincible, and after converting the price to US dollars, the retail price was about $180. I believe the official release on their website was on July 13th. All right, so the shoes come in a regular New Balance GR box, which in my opinion, it is disappointing. I wish that, it being a triple collab, you would have had a custom box, but hey, it is what it is. Here you have the official tags of the shoes. Opening the box, the shoes come with 4 pairs of laces, the one that comes stock with the shoes, which you'll see in a second. And then you have this light pink color, which is probably my favorite one. You do have some New Balance, Invincible, and N.Hoolywood branding on these laces. Also on these as well. And then finally you have a traditional 1906 style lace in this off-white color. So here we have the shoes in the Moon Rock colorway. It's basically a mostly gray sneaker, different shades of grays throughout the upper of the shoes. You do have this pull tab in that light pink color, which is going to give it a little bit of pop, a little bit of contrast, but not something super loud. Also on the outsole, it is a mostly gray outsole, but then this area here is also in that light pink color. When it comes to the design on these 1906s, obviously it's a 1906, but there are some subtle differences compared to a regular 1906 that at a glance you probably may not be able to pick up. The main differences that you'll see on the upper, obviously these do come stock with the lace lock system, as you can see here, but when you look at a regular 1906R, you will notice some of the panels are different as far as the design. As you can see here on the toe box, you have that panel running through, and then on a regular GR you don't. And then you're also gonna find that similar sort of pattern, different layers, different panelings that you'll find on the upper of this collaboration that you won't find on a regular 1906. One of the main things that you'll notice as far as the design on these Invincible and N.Hoolywood pair compared to the OG pair is that the toe box on the Invincible and N.Hoolywood is actually very kind of narrow and long compared to the regular 1906R, which actually creates a problem because for me, I went with my regular size 10. I guess we can speak about sizing now. I went with my regular size 10 on this pair, and because the toe box is longer, the sizing is off for me. I went with a size 10 and I would have been better off going with a 9.5 because of this longer toe box. For similar features here, you still have the N-lock system. As far as the materials used on this collaboration, they definitely stepped it up here. The materials do feel premium, which is always appreciated anytime a sneaker brand works with a collaborator to, elevate the shoe and bring in some nice materials. And as you can see here, you have different stuff here. You go from nubuck to, a rougher suede in between these panels. As you can see here, you obviously have the hairy suede here on the mudguard that transitions here to the lower eyelid. You also have some hairy suede on this panel that goes over to the medial side. You do have a lot of nubuck on this pair, as you can see here on this side of the mudguard, and that same nubuck material, you can find it throughout the upper parts of the shoe. On the inside part of the shoe, you will find an insole with some New Balance, Invincible, and N.Hoolywood branding. On the sock lining, these actually have a gray leather material, which it is nice, definitely gives it a more premium look. On the tongue area, you will find a custom N.Hoolywood Invincible tag here. You also find an interesting square layer design on the tongue that you'll also find on the side panels here below the N logo on the lateral side, and then also on the medial side as well. The toe box area also has a very interesting mesh design, as you can see here. The shoe does have a lot of reflective material. You will find some around the quarter panels of the shoes, on the N logos, and also these laces as well. On the back of the shoe, classic to the 1906, you will find this plastic heel counter with the New Balance logo there in the middle. As far as the comfort with these 1906s, these feature the midsole and outsole from the New Balance 860 V2. On the outsole here in the middle, you will find a plastic shank plate, and that is the stability web. So my overall thoughts on this collaboration, in my opinion, I really think that these are really nice. The colorway is pretty simple, pretty easy to wear. However, I will knock them a little bit on that because the previous collaboration was very similar similar as far as the overall colorway. So that's definitely a knock. I have to be consistent there because I do, you know, criticize other collaborators when they release another collab with a similar colorway as before, or a very muted kind of boring colorway. This colorway, you can definitely argue that it is boring, but you could also say, well, I like this because it's easy to wear. I do like the premium materials that they added on these 1906s because, you know, a lot of typical 1906s, they do have a lot of synthetic materials typical to the early 2000s style sneaker. Here they elevated the materials with some nice nubuck and some nice suede. So that's definitely a plus there for sure. Another knock on this design choice is the overkill of the branding. You obviously have the big New Balance branding on the mudguard on the lateral side, and then you also have the 1906U on the medial side. I wish that they would have eliminated probably both in my opinion, but maybe keep the New Balance one. I think that one's fine. The added 1906U on the medial side, I feel like that was a bit too much. Obviously the sizing on these is definitely disappointing. They definitely fit bigger on me, and from what I'm hearing, it's something that's kind of happening to other people as well. So the sizing on these was off. I would have been better off with a 9.5. These are just a bit too long for me. So with all that being said, let me put these on and show you guys how they look on feet. So that's it for me, guys. Hopefully this video brought you a detailed look of the New Balance 1906 in collaboration with Invincible and N.Hoolywood. Let me know in the comments below what you think about this overall collaboration. Is this one of your favorite 1906s to release this year? And like always, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. To all the new subscribers, thank you. If you like my videos, if you like my content, and you're new, please feel free to subscribe, like the video, comment below. I would appreciate that very much. Also follow me on Instagram, Threads, and TikTok at Guy and Kicks. So that's it, guys. Catch you guys in the next one. Peace.